Why, hello guys. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler, and today I have a very special review for you. Probably the most expensive knife that I have reviewed to date, and that knife is donated to the channel by courtesy of Jason. Just kidding, he did not donate it, but he did lend it in to me for review. This is a Koenig, longest introduction ever, Mini Goblin M390. And oh, yeah, this is the Koenig Mini Goblin. Alright guys, this is the Koenig Mini Goblin. Now, full disclosure, just like the Koenig Arius, I was very hesitant to even review this. Like, I'm intimidated. Once again, I don't want the elitists jumping down my throat, but realistically, it is just such a beautiful knife. I don't know if I quite have the experience to do this, but we're going to do our best. I'm going to treat this as a normal overview, so that I don't really try to gush on any one particular topic, just so you guys can see the knife and see a generic format that I typically follow. So, getting started here. The frame. This is a titanium frame lock with nice little milling patterns in this relief cut and a very, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but that pocket clip has so much geometrical designs milled into it that it looks freaking awesome. You have these body screws, which I'm going to guess are a T8, and heaven forbid that I touch them with a bit, because I will not. I'm guessing these are a T8. They might even be a T10 because they look very, very large. On this side, we have 3 more body screws and a very cool looking milled pivot pin right there. It kind of fits the design. It's low key, but you could tell it's engineered. All around this green carbon fiber, which is freaking sweet. We have some scalloping going on right here and some kind of contours going on here. It's not necessarily full contour, but it has like I'll call it a slight contour. And to correct myself, it's a green carbon fiber. It's a green twill carbon fiber. We have this nice backspacer that is very freaking awesome. If you look from the side, it's a contoured freaking backspacer. Like, what? Jimping going up here with a cool little line milled right in the middle of it. I mean, just every detail of this knife is just incredible. I'm assuming this is a bead blasted finish. Jason, jump in here and let me know. I don't remember. All right, flipper tab, which is very non-obtrusive but perfectly shaped so that you can do this. Watch this. And that's the rest of the video. I'm just going to sit here and do this. All right. Yeah, that action. I really wanted to drop an F-bomb and say it's effing sweet. This is an effing sweet action for such a small knife that I just, you have a stop pin right here, and it has I forgot what this is called, when it hugs the stop pin and cinches down, so it's really, really nice. One thing I forgot to mention, and you guys should see this because this doesn't happen on a lot of knives, but due to this backspacer, it's going to be kind of hard to see. Look at that. You got milling on the frame lock side of the titanium, and it's just, I mean, so many things went into this, and so many details are covered. It's just absolutely incredible. This Mini Goblin, I should mention, is a sprint run for this carbon fiber twill version. This is Jason's baby. I haven't done anything with it other than study it and put it right back in its box. So that's part of the reason why I might miss some things on this. We have some jimping here on the frame lock, and the frame lock is very, very easy on your hands. I mean, I'm putting hardly any pressure, and this knife is sideways, by the way. This knife is at about a 30-degree angle, and when I do this, boop, it just drops right down. Yeah, incredible. We have some jimping going along the spine, and the spine's relatively thick, and I'm not going to measure the spine because I don't have any tape on my calipers, so I don't want to scratch up his blade, and we're just not going to do that. Very, very aggressive-looking Warncliffe style here with a deep hollow grind coming on down to a very narrow behind the edge. This is the one part that kind of confuses me about this design. They took so much time into designing this knife and doing the details, milling out the inside of this titanium to give a little bit more weight relief. And then they do this. I don't know what that is, because that looks like a finger choil, but I don't think I should put my finger on there. And if I do, my fat of my finger presses against this flipper tab, and I'm not quite sure I like that choke up position, and I'm not very confident in it either, because my finger's poked right against the secondary edge right there, or the secondary grind, and that's not a good thing. I should mention, and I don't think I have it in my notes, give me a second. I didn't. In the actual unboxing, where I screwed up the unboxing and had to do another showing of this, I mentioned that this is a collaboration, and I forgot who it was. I will put it in a text input here. That's the collaborator's freaking logo, and it looks cool. It's a little shark. Baby shark. Yeah, get that stuck in your freaking head. So that's the blade shape right here. Aggressive little Warncliffe, and it's just so snappy. Oh my gosh. Ergonomically in your hand, I actually didn't like it when I first had it, because I was touching the Arius at the same time, right? Like, I mean, the Arius is incredible ergonomics. But holding this in my hand, it actually feels really good, and this part right here where your finger kind of comes down really actually makes it feel extra nice. I mean, there's something really nice about this in hand, despite it being kind of a goofy, like it's I don't know that it looks ergonomic. Looking at it through the camera, by the way, the camera makes it look better than I'm looking at it from my angle. I love this geometric line right here. Just like the straight slight arc just looks absolutely gorgeous, along with that aqua twill carbon fiber. I mean, I gotta show this off again. Look at this. Just gorgeous. Just a gorgeous looking piece. Let's make sure, once again, a couple things I didn't mention. I was talking about all the details that this knife actually has, and they did take the time to round off these edges. I'm going to call it like a slight chamfering. Let's see if you guys can really see. You see that line right there? They took the time to do that, which really knocks down these edges. There's nothing there that's sharp. There is no sharp feeling in this knife, except for when I try to choke up and then push it on there. I don't know about that. But, yeah. And then last but not least, is there any chamfering on this side? Yeah, all these edges are rounded down just like the blade shape, and it's absolutely freaking gorgeous. I'm going to do a weight of this guy. I am going to try to get an overall length. I will get you guys some size comparisons, and then we'll talk about it and kind of move on from there, right? I'm not going to give you any blade stock thickness because I am not going to try to use my metal calipers on this. So the overall weight of this guy is coming in at a 3.25 ounces. Not too bad, considering the blade length is going to be coming in at right around 3 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Probably under, now that I'm looking at it. Let's see here. All right, this is going to be a little bit more difficult for me, so give me a second without touching this. So the overall length looks like it's coming in at about 7.25. The blade length is coming in at just under 3.25, it looks like. And the overall cutting edge is right at 3 inches. So 3.25 ounces for the overall weight for a 3-inch blade is damn good. You know, it's for everything that this thing has going on, and that blade stock thickness. Look at that blade stock, and then look at, very careful. That blade stock is just about the same as the Para 3, if not a little bit thicker. So I'm going to say that, you know, it's a pretty thick blade stock for what it is, which is awesome. That makes it actually robust. And if you can't tell, I'm moving extra slow with these because I don't want to touch this with there and create a ding or something. I mean, I would feel awful. So, as you can see, this is just about as long as the Para 3 and much shorter than the Para 2. And then I'm about to insult this guy right here. I'm going to insult you, you mini goblin, by putting a bunch of budget knives around you for a size reference. I feel like if the mini goblin can talk, he would literally go, "Puny peasants." And then the other guys would be like, "Hey man, screw you." Anyways, that was kind of lame. Here is your mini feldspar and your large feldspar. The mini goblin is coming in right around the same size as your feldspars, or your mini feldspar, not both. That wouldn't make sense if it was about the same size as both. Here is your Civivi Doris and your Civivi Brigand. As you can see here, it's just about the same length as your Doris. Might be even a little bit longer with that Wharncliffe poking out right there, and much smaller than your Civivi Brigand. Last but not least, the true insult, the Rep Model 1 and the Rep Model 2 comparison. Hilariously enough, it's not just an insult with the Rep Model 1 and Rep Model 2. These are both the OS 8 versions. Like, this guy's like walking through, and he's not even acknowledging that these knives are existing. Just about the same length as the Rep Model 2, maybe a little bit shorter, and obviously much shorter than your Rep Model 1. I'm very nervous doing this. I'm so glad I am done with these size comparisons. So, as a quick recap, probably not quick, we have a very aggressive Wharncliffe style blade here. I forgot to mention M390 blade steel, which is very nice. We love M390. Aqua twill carbon fiber scales on the show side, and titanium, which looks to be bead blasted on this side. We have a very cool geometrical. We have some cool angles on the pocket clip, and very cool milling lines here on the relief cut that are knocked down very, very nicely to the point where there's no sharp edges. For those of us that are used to like $120 titanium frame locks, these are usually sharp. This is knocked down so beautifully, and all these edges are chamfered just perfectly to where you can't even tell they're freaking chamfered, but they are, so there's no sharp edges. We do have an over travel stop. Do we? Actually, it does not appear to have an over travel stop. There is no over travel stop on this guy. Ballsy. We do not have an over travel stop. We have jimping on this frame lock, jimping on the flipper tab, and the action that is oh so beautiful. We have a cutout in the tang that locks into the stop pin. Better seen from this angle right here. Right there, there's the cutout in the tang that locks into the lock pin, and once again, awesome action here. So, what do I like about this? Oh my god, does this thing look pretty freaking cool. I mean, for a tiny little knife, and I'm calling it tiny because you guys know I'm used to larger style knives. For a tiny knife, it is freaking gorgeous and mean looking at the same time. So Goblin really fits. It just clicked. It looks mean. It kind of looks like a little Goblin. Freaking, it just fits. The action is oh so beautiful. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, did you guys hear that flip? Listen. Oh. Here, let me turn down my computer there. Yes. And if you were to ever have the balls to use this frickin' knife, which I'm assuming nobody does because it is too damn beautiful, this thing is ultra frickin' slicey with this super aggressive hollow grind coming from about 3/4 of the way up the blade. What don't I like? It's a little small. But that's what she said. It's a little small for my liking. If I were to spend $650, which is what I found this coming in at, Jason, once again, please correct me, being a sprint run of a Koenig Mini Goblin, I'm assuming as a sprint run and he bought it, that's the purchase price. What is this going for on the secondary market? Yeah, let's not even find out. So, you know, price and too small, that's my only dislikes. Other than that, I really do like this Mini Goblin. I like everything about it. And I'm so grateful that Jason let me borrow this and review this. My name is Tyler. This is the Koenig Mini Goblin, and I hope to God I did some very justice-style reviews for this. And one more for you guys. Oh, yeah. My name is Tyler. This has been Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great freaking day. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. It genuinely means a lot. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, give me some feedback in the comments below and hit the thumbs down button. In case you guys don't know, I do have a Patreon, which will be listed right here. In that Patreon, we're giving bi-monthly giveaways to just the Patreons based on the number of Patreons that we have in the Patreon. We will also be giving discounts on all the knives that I sell based on the number of patrons. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great day.